Yes. Hello again, boys and girls. I'd like to introduce you to these little seeds here. Already extracted these for demo purposes. These are the seeds of sea buckthorn in America, commonly known as sea berry, and they're quite popular at the moment. They're all the rage. Huge amounts of vitamin C and antioxidants in the berry, and second only apparently to rose hips. And this is a plant which grows naturally in Britain, although it's only native to the east coast of England. It's being planted all over the place now because it has suckers, and they're brilliant for stabilising sand dunes, amongst other things. They have orange berries which cluster along the branch, which I'll show you in a minute. But also they're heavily protected by long spines, which makes actually getting the berries off problematic. It can be quite difficult, worse than picking blackberries or hawthorns. As I've mentioned elsewhere, I collect seed out of fruit, like crab apples for instance, which I've already done a vid on. And although it's a bit laborious, I can extract the seed, and then that sort of seed I just bung in the fridge. Also, another thing I do is I get the fruit, I crush it, and then lay it out on a seed tray, protect it from the mice, and I put it outside and let the winter elements work on it. And in the spring, the seeds germinate, they push up through the pulp, what's left of the fruit, which it would do naturally in the wild. Like if an apple fell on the ground below the parent tree, it would rot, and the seed, if it's in contact with the ground, will germinate and have a chance of growing into a new tree. So with these particular berries, as I say, I've got some in the fridge already, which are going to stay there for about 5 months. I'll get them out in the spring and then sow them, and they should germinate quite quickly. Sea buckthorn's got a reputation for being a good germinator, 90% plus type thing. It's a very attractive plant even without the berries. It's silvery green leaves, but in the autumn, Septemberish and October, the berries cluster the plants, and they only cluster the female plants. As I say, the sea buckthorns, like a handful of other plants, but they have separate male and females. I deal a bit in black poplars, as you might see in some of my other videos, and they're dioecious, male and females. Holly trees, if you see a holly tree with red berries, it's a female, or orange berries, yellow berries. I know a few of those. Yellow berries, there's cultivars now and all this. Nonetheless, it doesn't change the sex of the tree. The berries are always on the female, and that's the case to say with sea buckthorn. So with these, what I'm going to do, I'm going to clip some berries off some stalks I've got, and I'm just going to put them in a bowl for now, and then later I'm going to put them in a bit of a seed tray, a little bit of compost there maybe, and I'll just leave them out and let nature take its course. But I'm expecting great things with these, so I'll obviously do a follow-up video in the spring as they germinate, and I'll pot them up in separate trees, So I'll just put this to one side, and give myself a bowl there. A little bit of orange there. That's quite important. That's where I squeezed the seeds out earlier. But these are extremely soft fruits, very, very soft fruits, and it's difficult to pull them off without them squirting all over the place. So I'll be putting this down, catch a bit of it, but most of it will probably end up on me. And I'll put that there. Now this this is sea buckthorn. As you can see, there's clusters of berries along the stalks. If I just pull that one, bust straight away. Very difficult to get them off the trees. Now these are extremely sour. Some people can actually drink this fruit, and it's also, obviously there's no smell of it in here. It has got a very, very strong odour, and it'll be on my fingers. No matter how much I try to clean my fingers, it'll be on my fingers for a day or so. And if I just do that there, you can see there's a, put onto my nail, there's a seed there, and that's just another single seed inside the berry. I'm going to flick that into there, and this one as well for just wipe my fingers. Get rid of this, what we don't need. Another way of doing it as well, it's no guarantee they won't break, is just try and snip them off like that. Again, it's laborious because they're on a tiny stalk, and it is possible to do that without coming into contact with the berry. And but I do recommend, if anyone does this and you are using your fingers, to wear some old clothes, because they will get stained, and that one just squirts right over there. So I'm just going to work on these. Around the world they have developed devices for extracting these berries off the plants, because they are a commercial crop to some people. Small, but huge tonnages of berries are extracted. There's a big market for this, and you can buy in health shops, see Buckthorn. Obviously I never expound the virtues of these from a health point of view, and that's for the individual to decide. But if the claims are true, it's one of those superfoods, as it were. See what I'm doing. It doesn't matter about the berries rupturing, because I think that actually helps in the germination process. I'm going to bother about that one there. So I've got a big bag of this. I'll clip a few more. As you can see, it's quite the effort, and one sticking here, you can see it's covered in spines, and some quite long ones as well. And that one there, very uncomfortable. Of course, nature creates plants with spines to protect fruit that's of high value, so it stops browsing animals hammering the trees. And it is a bit of an inconvenience to humans. Our Stone Age ancestors used to eat a lot of this. The remains of sea buckthorn in quantities have been found in the guts of bog people and stuff like that. Someone said down there, some of these leaves out. It won't matter if some of these leaves end up in the mix, in your seed tray. So I'll just do that for now. if I just bring that up to the thing, as I squeeze that now, there's another seed there. So already 5 minutes, and one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, about 30 seeds there. Yeah, so a few minutes, and a lot of plants. Now, of course, if once these germinate, you've got no idea for a few years really, till they start to fruit for 3 or 4, maybe 5 years, what sex they are. If you were growing these, you obviously want them to pollinate, so you need about 1 male and 4 or 5 female plants, and that's more than enough for the bees and the other insects to do the business. But, you can graft these. It is actually possible, if you're that way inclined, a good gardener. It is actually possible to graft a female plant onto a male plant, or a male plant onto a female plant, and that part of the plant will still grow as a male, because that's what it is. Can't change its sex. It doesn't suddenly feel like it's a female tree trapped inside a male tree's body. It is what it is, and you can graft a male onto a female, or vice versa, and it'd be a bit like having a monoecious tree. Then the insects will just move from one flower to the other, and bingo, you've got fertilization, pollination. But if you've got a female tree and you sever the runners off it, or you take a cutting off that, it's always a female, or conversely always a male. So either plant them together in a group, 1 male, 4 or 5 females if you want lots of berries, and you grow them, or if you're really that way inclined, graft some male vegetation onto the female vegetation. It should take, if it does take, you can actually save the space of having that one male tree, and you can plant another female tree and get more berries. So I've done that for now. I'm going to collect some more, and a bit later on, probably tomorrow actually now, because you don't just wait till midnight, and I'm doing this now because the house is quiet. I'll put them in a seed tray tomorrow, and that's just straightforward, and lay them out, and they'll spend the winter outside. So more and on. Right. I've had a few hours sleep since I started messing about with these, and feel a little bit better now. Oh, still early. Got to be out in an hour, so I'll press on with this. As I mentioned earlier, these sea buckthorn seeds, and I got a few there. Very peculiar smell, sticks to your fingers as well. What I'm going to do now is just show what I do. This one here. I use these little plastic cartons, plastic trays. You get like mushrooms and things in them. You buy them from the shops sometimes, or the veg. And I'm just going to leave them out in the elements, which I'm going to do with these. Leave them out over winter to take the see the dormancy out of them. I just, an old pair of things here, I quite literally just knock a few holes in there. Crude as that is, that's the trick. I actually have one on a work surface outside which is on a slight slope, so when it rains the water always runs down there and run out the bottom. And any old compost will do. I like to, I can just put the berries there and just leave them, but I like to give a little layer of soil. I've got this old root of an orchid which gave up the ghost and died. And if I just break some of that up, this old root doesn't matter, it'll rot down as well. It's all orchid root that. I recycle a lot of compost and I re-energise it myself. That's the subject of another video I'll come to. Some people might be disgusted by it, but actually human urine is one of the best fertilisers on the planet, and there's so much of it available as long as it's diluted 20 to 25 to 1. It's extremely potent. You can use it raw on your plants and just kill them. It's brilliant fertiliser. Liquid feed once a week around your roses, around the roots. You don't use it on root vegetables, of course, but you can use it on certain types of brassicas, for instance, like sprouts. They stand tall. Sunflowers. Even people never think of fertilising trees. You've got a little hedgerow. Give it a dose once a week in the summer with 25 to 1 homemade fertiliser. And of course there's other fertilisers you can use, like seaweed. I highly rate seaweed. Anyway, got a little layer of soil there, and basically it's just a matter of sprinkling these on. Doesn't matter if they're too densely packed. If you can spread them out somewhat evenly, it sort of helps, I suppose. And that's quite literally it. The berries are all squashed, and they'll there's a seed there. Yeah, the berries will rot down, the fleshy part, and the seeds will just come. And all I'll do there, I'll just cover that with a little bit of garden mesh that the elements can get out. It keeps the mice out and the birds, especially in the winter when times are hard. Birds can get into this sort of stuff. They'll just kick everything out looking for insects. So cover them up and let nature take its course, and that's quite literally it. I'll leave that outside till I see seedlings starting to come up, and then I'll prick them out into single pots, and that's the easy system I use. No shortage of berries. If you only want 20 plants, doesn't matter if you use 200 berries to try and achieve that. If you're worried about losses and things like that, you can be nice and orderly and spread everything out perfectly, and that won't make any difference to the germination rate of the plants. I'll just stick those seeds on there. As I say, they'll be going outside now, and that's pretty much it. As I say, once they germinate in the spring, I'll come back and do a little catch-up vid. So until then, ladies and gents, thank you. as I like to say lately, if you like what you see, you think that's been useful, leave a comment, give me a like, or maybe you go wild and give me a sub. Thank you.